after 20 years, we return to Silent Hill with Christoph Gans. After rewatching the first one a week or two ago, and the second one, which we don't talk about, I was really excited for Return to Silent Hill. I think the original Silent Hill, well, not something amazing, but it is one of the better video game movies, and to be honest, has got me to want to go play the games, because I've only watched full gameplay videos of it. I've never played the games out. But I always enjoy the Silent Hill franchise. I think it's very creepy, very creative, and I thought with what Christoph Gans did in the original, getting the aesthetic right, just having the whole other world being so creepy and dark, and the lighting was actually pretty damn good in the original one. The coloring as well. The acting isn't too bad, and the ending is actually a pretty enjoyable ending. You almost get none of that in Return to Silent Hill. The acting in this movie is probably easily the worst thing, aside from the pace and the storytelling, which I'll get to in a bit, but the acting is really, really horrible. Jeremy playing James, I don't know what went wrong there. I don't remember if I've seen any of Jeremy Irvine's movies, but this was horrible. This was a really horrible performance, and I think the script plays a long part with his horrible performance. But oh my god, it was so annoying having to listen to him narrate, and it just seems like he does not care. And every time he's in the other world, or he's visiting Silent Hill, or you get those stupid ass flashbacks, his acting is just so fucking bad. It's really upsetting. Like, it was so awful just seeing every time he's on screen. You just have to go, oh my god, and he just comes up, and he just, one of the worst line deliveries in the movie, like every 5 minutes. It's pretty amazing how he manages to do it. I think Hannah Emily Anderson wasn't too horrible. She did have to play 4 roles in this movie. I think her as Mary was the worst of the 4. I don't think she acted too well while she was playing Mary. The other 2 roles, it's okay, whatever. Every other side character, I don't really care for either. And that's not for the actors themselves, but the writing and the script was just so horrible. You don't care about Laura, you don't care about Eddie, you don't give a shit about anybody. You don't give a shit about James or Mary. You don't care about any single character in this movie, which is such. There's so many characters introduced in this movie. You have the whole cult, James, Mary, and you don't care for any of them. It just makes this so horrible. I mean, Silent Hill 2 is such a beloved game, especially in the franchise, and it feels like you didn't even try making Silent Hill 2, which is so weird because so much of this movie feels like you're watching a video game playthrough. A lot of the camera movements, the camera shots, and while Silent Hill 1, the movie, also felt like you were sort of watching a video game, at least it felt somewhat like it was inspired rather than it was just trying to one-on-one copy the video game. The camera angles, the really weird CGI, especially the scene where James is running through the horde of the nurses and the stuff outside as well. Everything just looks so weird. The camera is so horribly moved in this movie. I don't know why everything just has to look like a video game in this fucking movie. It makes me so pissed. Because I would have just went and watched Silent Hill 2 playthrough instead. Because that would have been way better. This movie is 100 minutes long. And even though it's 100 minutes long, it feels like it's fucking 5 hours long. And even though it feels like it's 5 hours long, it feels like you're not gaining anything throughout this movie. It feels like this movie just starts and ends. And the only thing you actually gain throughout this watch of this movie is James' mental health, and I think that worked out really well. I think it's the best part about the movie. Every scene where he's doing his paintings, some of his flashbacks are okay. Most of them are pretty dog shit. And in the hospital scenes, I think worked for me too, but everything else was just so fucking bad. Like, nothing is told to you in this movie. He just goes to Silent Hill. He meets Mary. Time skip. Goes to Silent Hill. Flashback. Back in Silent Hill again. Flashback again. Bullshit. Flashback. Fast forward. Flashback. Back to Silent Hill. Flashback. Fast forward. Flashback. And then he goes to Silent Hill again. And then he finds out that he is actually Pyramid Head because he's in the other world and it's his nightmares. I don't know. It just felt so. I don't know how you can have a 5-hour feeling movie feel so fucking rushed. And I don't know if they did that because they want another Silent Hill movie coming out. I'm not sure. I don't want one anymore. Just none of this. I don't want the actors returning. I don't want the director returning, especially the writer. I actually don't know if Christopher Gans wrote the movie too. He could have. This is just so weird. I feel so bad for Konami. They've been on a rough stretch, and this really is not helping them. I don't know how they approved of any of this garbage. They really could have just made Silent Hill 2 into a movie, but instead they made this. So weird. I will say though, one of my favorite things about this movie is all the monsters you see. Pyramid Head, the Bed Lady, the blood vomiting. I'm not remembering the names. I'm so sorry. The bad monster, the vomiting ladies. Obviously, you have Hannah Emily Anderson as the Moth Mary, and I think they all look cool in some shots, but it's just cool to see them. I'm just happy we got a lot of monsters in this movie. Something I really wanted in this movie specifically was a lot of monsters and a lot of new ones, especially. And I think we got that. So I guess that's good at least. But yeah, Return of Silent Hill, so far for me, potentially the worst movie I've seen this year. It's definitely up there with Night Patrol. It's been a really rough start of the year for horror. I did like Primate at least, but this was just such a joke. If you're a fan of the Silent Hill franchise, do not watch this movie. The only thing you'll get from it is if you go to AMC, you get a cool little postcard, which I threw away because I hated this movie, that says, "Welcome to Silent Hill." I thought that was cool. Other than that, don't see Return to Silent Hill. This movie's complete and utter shit.